त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Good evening, everyone, or good morning, wherever you may be. Welcome from Gulshan and myself, Lynn, and we'll also be introducing you to a third guest tonight, and we've got a special presenter, Kanak, who will come on and join you a little bit later. But first, the purpose of our all being here together is to be in meditation. So the question one might ask is, what do you think being in meditation is? Gulshan?
Meditation for me would be somewhere to not be in the past or the future, not thinking for starters, and also perhaps to be able to find thoughtlessness within me. That's meditation for me.
Yep. Kanak?
Yes, same. It's very similar that when I close my eyes, I'm not thinking about, things I had to do a bit later, or I should have done that, not thinking of any of all that. And then try to feel the cool as well on my hands.
Yeah.
So I feel like, yes, it's working. That sort of proves that, I'm in meditation. Yeah, there's no thoughtlessness. No thoughts. And then, cool on both hands and maybe on top of the head. Then I feel really happy and joyful. So that's meditation.
Sounds good. But how do we do that? Is it possible just to do that? Before Sahaja Yoga terms, could you do that?
Before Sahaja Yoga, there's lots of words I found. There was lots and lots of words people say, very impressive things they talk about. And they have written books and they hold seminars and they're very good at it, but it's all words. And the only thing for me personally that really worked, and that's why I've stuck with it, is Shri Mataji's Sahaja Yoga that she's given to humanity. It's such a gift to mankind, where she allows us to get this so effortlessly, and it's easy to do every day, short periods, and it works. And that's where we have to try it.
So that's an important point, to do it every day.
Yes.
So the difference between before trying this method that Shri Mataji has taught us and after is that we're actually awakening something within us. So something has to happen. So it's not a mental exercise where we're trying to relax. I mean, sure, we do get a certain amount of relaxation if we lie on the couch and watch TV, but if you measure the brainwave activity, it's not stopped. So what we're aiming for is to awaken a power within us. So this is the hypothesis that Shri Mataji, who you see in the photograph here, has taught us, and then we've felt it happen, that we all have that energy within us to take us into meditation, which is the thoughtless state, as you said, Kanak, but also, as we saw written on some of those slides, if you're watching the intro, it is your connection with the divine. So, and it all happens when you're not thinking. And until you awaken that power within you, you actually can't stop thinking. You're either in the future, so if you're thinking, you're in the future, planning what you've got to do, or you're in the past, worried about what you've done, or feeling very proud of what you've done, which then takes you into the right.
Or worrying about what you've done.
Or worried about what you've done, so you stay in the left. So this left and right thing is an interesting thing as well. Yeah. So we've got this little chart behind us, which is really the roots of our being. So while we're talking of going into thoughtless, we actually want to go into that next stage of life. So we evolved from amoeba and animals, and then we went to different stages of being Neanderthals and cavemen, and then, and then in the 16th century, where it was quite sort of rough. Life was quite rough unless you were very wealthy and ate a lot of cake. And until now, we've got lots of religions trying to supposedly take you into connection with divine, but it's actually a lot of rules that everyone's fighting about. So nobody's going anywhere near divine. So that's very strange that my phone should ring, but we'll ignore that. Sorry, I'm not sure how to stop it, but I will. There we go, it's gone. So in this chart, we see those channels within us. So we've got the left and the right, which is our past and our future. But where our thoughtlessness is going to happen is in the central channel, the very center of our being, in the present. And awakening this energy, which resides within all of us at the base of the spine, takes us through that central channel, which is where everything automatic happens, where our evolution happens. So now this very exciting stage of our life is where we are going to evolve into a spiritual being. Now, Kamak's going to tell us a little bit more about that later, but initially we'll get Gulshan to take us through that realization process, it's called. So we call it self-realization because we're realizing what we are, which is more than thinking and trying to follow the rules of a religion maybe, or trying not to follow any rules of anything, and, you know, trying to amass our great future or our worry about our past. We want to come into thoughtlessness and connect with divine. So how do we do that? I'm going to show you this chart, which is, it's pretty much the roots of our existence. So anything that is happening in the gross right now has started in this subtle system first. So the other thing that we're doing when we get our self-realization is we're getting to the roots of our being and seeing where we're at in our evolution, in our state of being. So whatever we've done through our life or lives, it's all there within us. And the wonderful thing is that we're not stuck with it. So we start to identify with our eternal part of our being. So whether you believe anything or not doesn't matter. This is an actual thing that you start to feel within yourself and on your hands. But let me show you on this chart, which we do like to have an opportunity to show you the chart because it's very interesting. There we are, by magical technological intervention. This is our internal subtle being that manifests outside. So this power that you are awakening, now even if you've already awakened this energy, doing it over and over again is totally beneficial. So we all enjoy doing this again. But for those of you, very especially for your benefit, to know this before we go and awaken this again. So residing in this bone here at the base of our spine, and this is called the sacrum bone. Very interesting that it's called the sacrum bone. So that's the Greek word for sacred. So it's something very precious within all of us. And this bone, if you get cremated, for instance, very morbid subject, but this bone's the last and it needs way more heat than anything else to actually be crumbled and dissolved. So it's very much protected. So that's where we all have that energy within us, and it is our mothering energy waiting for us to ask her to awaken. So Gulshan will show us how to do that in a minute, but that's where it's coming from. And we have all of these little stars. So the three channels that I talked about before, of course, is the future, which culminates in a balloon of ego, past, which accumulates in a balloon of superego, and all of this presses on this brain and makes us think too much. But these little flowers or stars that you see are the different stages of our evolution. And that's what you will start to feel on your hands, inside yourself as well. You can see what you've done, where you're at. Otherwise, you don't know that you're sick or something needs repair until you get cancer or you get some sickness. But if have awakened your energy, your own Kundalini energy, you can start to feel that one of these centers is out of balance, and you can repair it just by simply going into meditation, which we're here for, by awakening this energy, which will automatically happen upon you asking for it to happen, and getting connected to the divine in this center that's above the brain center, above that thinking. So in an effort not to have me talk to you too much, that's just a general sort of overview. When everything's in balance, which is simply by practicing this meditation, it all comes into balance. All of these lovely qualities manifest in our being. So instead of feeling heartbroken, we start feeling love and compassion. Or instead of feeling alone and enemy number one of the world, we feel one with everyone and feel collective. But I'll let Gulshan explain a little bit more, and let's do it and get our first meditation. We'll also then listen to an excerpt from Shri Mataji, who taught us how to do this, and then we'll listen to Kanak telling us a little bit more about spirit. So, Gulshan?
So without too much waiting, we shall get on with our self-realization. I'd request everyone joining us online, if you can take your shoes off, because we do use the elements and we will use earth as much as we can. So if you could take your shoes off, you can sit wherever you wish to, be very comfortable. Just take your shoes off, that would be good. And while we get ready, we will use our hands. And as Lynn explained about the left side and the right side, we will use our right hand, which is the hand of action on the left side of our body. So we'll just place our hand on the various parts of our body, which are our chakras, and enhance and awaken those qualities. So if everyone's ready, we can move on with this lovely exercise of achieving self-realization. I do have to point out that what we're about to receive, it may take no more than 10 minutes now for us. This is how convenient Shri Mataji made it for us. In the past, it would take people to be able to have a special teacher who would be quite harsh with you, because you had to correct and work on each of your chakras at a time. And at a certain point in your life, when you were pretty much okay, if your teacher thought so, you would then be given your self-realization, and you had to be away from your family. But Shri Mataji wants us to be with our families, be part of our society and community, and we get it so effortlessly. So it is very special. But just because it's so easy, it doesn't mean it's not special. So let's not judge those two together in that way. And so if everyone's ready with their shoes off, we can start. I would ask everyone to close your eyes, simply because it just helps to bring our attention inside. And you can place your feet flat on the floor, but the hands are up, open, palms up in your lap. If you just close your eyes and bring your attention inside and watch your breathing. And again, just be very comfortable wherever you're seated. And we're going to address our mothering energy within us, the Kundalini energy that Lynn talked about, our mother within us, who will help us through this experience of getting our self-realization. So placing our right hand on our heart on the left-hand side. So we are going to work on the left-hand side for this. And here we ask ourselves quietly a rather fundamental question of our purpose on this earth. And who am I? As a Kundalini. And what is my purpose on this earth? What am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to do? And hopefully it's not just getting a job and retiring, but what am I meant to do on this earth? What is the meaning of my life? Bringing a hand down under the heart on the left-hand side again, on the rib cage. Here we ask ourselves another question, Mother Kundalini, am I my own master? And am I my own teacher? Or do I rely on others for their opinions of me? And now we're going to move our hand again on the left-hand side to the area, the crease where the leg meets the body. So just place your hand on that area, on the crease where the leg and the body join, the leg and your torso come together. So this is the area of pure knowledge within us and also pure desire. So please, with all your pure desire, we are going to ask the mothering energy to please give me the pure knowledge. Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge. You can say that a few times quietly within yourself. Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge. And the pure knowledge that we are asking is the state of the chakras within us, which we eventually start to feel on our fingertips. Bringing your hand up under the heart on the rib cage, left-hand side of your body. And here we are going to affirm a few times. There was a question we had asked earlier, but now it's time for affirmation. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am my own teacher. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am my own master. Mother Kundalini, please enhance the quality of self-mastery within me. Mother Kundalini, I am my own master, my own teacher. You bring a hand up to the heart. The right hand is placed on your left heart. And this is the area of the spirit within us. This is where we began our journey by asking who we were. And the answer is that we are the spirit. So we just affirm a few times to ourselves, Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am the spirit. I am the spirit. I am the spirit. For I am not this body, my mind, my fears, my worries, but I am the spirit. And the quality of the spirit is rather beautiful, steady joy. It's not happiness or unhappiness, but it's just steady joy flowing within us. Mother Kundalini, I am the spirit. So please take your right hand and place it on the left-hand side of your neck. And as you do that, just move your head towards your right shoulder so it allows really good access to your neck, and you can place your hand on it. And this is the area of guilt within us. And if we do feel guilty necessarily, or mostly it's unnecessarily that we tend to feel guilty, it's time to let go of the guilt, because if we do feel guilty, then the Kundalini can't rise as the chakra gets, that area gets obstructed. So it's time to let go of the guilt. And we're going to say a few times, Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty. Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty. I am not guilty. I am not guilty. It's really important to let go of the guilt within us. Now we bring our right hand and place it on the forehead. And as you do that, you can apply a little bit of pressure with your fingertips and your palm of your hand on your forehead. And it's really comforting if you could just lower your head a little bit and cradle it into your hand. And here we are going to say, without thinking of any particular person or circumstance, don't go there, but just in general, we're going to forgive everyone. Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone. And it is really important to forgive, because when we don't, we hold on to the pain that's involved in that incident. But the moment you let go and forgive, it takes us away out of that area of pain that we find ourselves in. So just a few times, please say, I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone. And now for the back, we're going to place our right hand at the back of the head. And as you do that, just tip your head up towards the sky. Eyes are still closed. And here we are going to forgive ourselves. Mother Kundalini, please forgive me for my mistakes. Mother Kundalini, please forgive me for my past. And also please forgive me for my habits that have been a hindrance to my spirit. Please forgive me, Mother Kundalini, and I forgive myself. And for the last and most important one, place your hand, the palm of your hand, on top of your head, the fontanelle bone area, which is where the fountain comes out, or it is also called different things in different languages. It's called the Sahasrara. It is also called the lotus, and the Greeks chose to call it the fontanelle bone, which is the soft part on top of our head. So placing a palm on top of our head, you can bring your head a bit forward, lower your head. And here we're going to apply good pressure, and we're going to rotate our scalp with the palm of our hand. And the movement is going to be starting from our left. Move your hand forward, to your right, back, left, forward, right, and back. That's the movement. And as we rotate our scalp nice and firm, nice and slow, here with all your heart, please ask, because this is only how it works. Please ask for your self-realization. So you're addressing your mothering energy, the Kundalini. And with all your ardent desire, please ask Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. And for those of us who are joining us not for the first time and have had this experience, it's really good. And you can ask for Mother Kundalini, please strengthen my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please strengthen my self-realization. Take your attention to where your hand is. Keep your attention on top of your head, where your hand was, and just bring your right hand back onto your lap. So the right hand is in your lap, but your attention is on top of your head. Eyes are closed, and we're watching that space on top of our head. Don't drop your attention, just watch your attention on top of your head. And just see how you feel on top of your head. Some of us may have a very gentle, cool breath like air flowing out. And some of us may experience a bit of heat coming out, and that's okay too. And see how your hands feel. Sometimes we feel a bit of cool, or some of us may feel again warm air coming out of the palms of our hands, and that's okay. So just slowly open your eyes and watch, and your attention is still on top of your head. You can see what's around you. But if your thoughts have stopped and you're not thinking, that is being in meditation. That is called thoughtless awareness, where you're aware of your surroundings, but you're not thinking. That's mental stillness that allows us for the Kundalini to rise and repair the chakras and strengthen our meditation within us. Just going to slowly open our eyes. And we'll go through a little bit more strengthening and clearing with our special guest that we have today, Kanak, and she will also talk a little bit more on the heart. But before we go, Lynn has a really lovely talk of Shri Mataji, and then we will also show you a little practical technique of keeping yourself protected once you awaken this energy. And so that's about to happen very soon, and we can get ready for the talk now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get out of the way. So again, have your hands on your lap and watch the talk.
I'll light this candle here while you're waiting for me to be technologically very slow. We use the elements, the fire, we've got our feet on the earth, and this is just something for you. Also clears the thoughts away while I get this video ready. And here it is.
As I told yesterday to you, that truth is what it is.
Surinder, can you turn the volume back up, please?
It will be what it will be. You cannot change the truth for your adaptation or for your mental projection or for your own convenience. It will remain whatever it is. The first point of truth is that it establishes itself despite all kinds of agencies or all kinds of forces which are anti. Second, it is that it caters for the honest seekers. It's like a little root coming out of the seed, goes round and round, fix itself onto the source. The third is that it may shatter some of your ideas. It may upset some of your convictions. But when it appears, it is such a great joy that absolutely you are lost in the ocean of that enjoyment. You forget everything that you have missed. You are happy that you have lost that dirty boat of yours, that hanging and everything that you had, and now that you have become one with the ocean of joy. The truth is your spirit. It is eternal. It is the expression of God in you. Because we have not been able to achieve that in our consciousness, we are disturbed, upset, feel sometimes as if we are ruined people. But spirit cannot be ruined. It cannot be dried out. It cannot be killed. It resurrects you, fills you up with all the blessings of the divine. That's the connection you have to get. Any instrument that is made, if it is not connected to the mains, has no meaning. In the same way, you are made so beautifully, so gloriously and delicately, that only thing we have to do is to put the mains. And the joy of becoming yourself is fantastic. So the second point which I said was that it can be shattered, your condition. And that's why I have to tell you that when you listen to me, you should not get upset. It is not at all to upset you. I have nothing to get from you, nothing to get. This is your own property within you. And you have to remove all the shackles, all the overpowering ignorance, and just get to the truth as it is and as it manifests. The manifestation of the truth, the spirit, is beyond human understanding, in the sense that it is a happening. It happens to you that you become the spirit. And something that has to happen cannot be comprehended with this limited brain, because I am talking about something that is unlimited. So you have to be prepared to be triggered into the space which is unlimited. This happening is definitely miraculous and spontaneous. It is the greatest happening that a human being can ever think.
So that's an amazing thing to contemplate, something that is unimaginable. Kanak, welcome to the seat, and we look forward to meditating some more and hearing a bit more about the spirit.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kanak, not a presenter, but just a meditator, and been meditating for a while. And it's such a great experience that you want to share, and that's why I think we are all here. You already touched on the spirit. We talked about how we've evolved, and now we are probably on that part that we have to look for our spirituality. For me, spirituality is not being religious, or like we have so many religions and they say follow this, follow that. I think spirituality is more connecting with your own spirit. So if you look at that chakra chart, it's got 3 channels. So there's a central channel, left channel, and right channel, and the 7 chakras. And all those chakras have the central aspect, left and right. The spirit resides in our heart. So heart chakra is also the left, right, and the center. Spirit is in our heart, so it's on the left side of our heart. It is a great time to talk about the spirit, I think, because in this time and day, we are constantly thinking about what we want to possess, what are attachments. We have material attachments that we seek for comfort all the time, and if we don't get that comfort, we get very upset very quickly. We seek for physical or material, or physical attachment to that we want to possess this, buy this, and we don't get it. We get very upset very quickly. We also have a lot of emotional attachments with our family members, with our friends, and we always expect them to behave in a certain way which pleases us. And that's not the case, because as you mentioned, people in the olden times, people had to go to the mountains and, to meditate because they were away from the family, from all the conditionings. It was just easier for them to focus, open those chakras and get their self-realization. It was much easier in the olden times. Very difficult in this time when we are surrounded by people. Our egos are quite strong. Our emotions are very strong. And if somebody says something, we get hurt very quickly. So we have our emotional attachments as well. So I think, as Shri Mataji talked about the spirit is the manifestation of God within us. So if we meditate on our spirit, I think it's very easy for us to get rid of all those attachments we talked about earlier. So we'll meditate on our spirit again, but I think it is a time for us to look for our spirituality. So maybe we can meditate. I think because we can talk about all these things, at the end of the day, it's all about experience. We felt amazing, and when we meditate, it's like how every morning we need breakfast for our body. Meditation is the fuel for our spirit, for our kundalini. And Shri Mataji mentioned in her talk that it's an all-pervading power. The divine energy is everywhere. When we meditate, we connect with that divine energy. It's just like we got a mobile phone. It was ringing during the program.
Yes.
It was connected. That's why it rang. There was a mobile connection all around us, and it picked it up and it started ringing. And I think that's how we are, those instruments. If we are not connected, we are just like a phone which is not charged or turned off, of no use at all. There's a divine energy within us. When we sit down for meditation, we connect with that, and then we get that energy, we get recharge for the day. And then at the end of the day, also we meditate. So whatever has happened, we just let go of that, relax ourselves, and have a good night's sleep. So I think the meditation for me is like every morning to sort of, energize and also feel the joy, and not only feel the joy, but, emit that joy and be with people, feel joy from them, not get impacted, not get frustrated or upset very easily. And how we can do that is by putting our attention on our spirit. So spirit resides in our heart, and anytime during the day we feel upset or troubled or not happy, if we take our attention to our spirit, I think it just helps us to soothe down, because it takes away from all those ego reactions, conditionings. And then, I think it's just, it's a very helpful tool, which is
just
available to us.
I am the spirit.
Yeah.
And it kind of detaches you from those events that seem so important.
Exactly. Yeah. Even just some words, and we keep thinking on about them, and then we just forget that, no, we have something available to us. Maybe just forget about all of that. Let's bring my attention to my spirit and feel that peace. So maybe we can have a little meditation again. So if you are joining again, like open your hands, close your eyes. Maybe drop both your hands towards the Mother Earth. We talked about the elements before. If you're sitting on the floor, that's great. You can place your hands on the earth. Otherwise, if you're sitting on a chair, just drop your hands. To feel that connection of this all-pervading power which is around us. You're trying to connect to that. Mother Kundalini, please relax me. Oh, Mother Earth, please absorb all the stress and anxiety from me, and please relax me. Now keep our right hand towards the Mother Earth, and we'll take the left hand back in our lap, palm facing upwards. And we talked about the left side, right side, future, past, emotions, actions, all of that. What are we trying to achieve here is to be in the present moment, to be in the balance. So we'll pray to the Mother Kundalini within us. Mother, please clear my left channel. Please take away all my thoughts from my past and bring me into balance. Please remove all the unnecessary emotions that trouble me. And feel on your left palm. Are you feeling a bit of a cool breeze, a slight warm, any tingling on any particular finger? Just pay attention to that. Now we've gone through the self-realization process. All our chakras are activated now, so we can feel this change within ourselves. We don't have to tell you, you can feel it yourself. If you're feeling cool, that is great. If you're feeling warm, just pray a couple more times. Mother Kundalini, please clear my left channel. Now we'll bring the right hand back in our lap, palm facing upwards. And with our left arm, we'll create like a chimney. So just raise your arm, palm facing backwards. And here we will pray, Mother Kundalini, please clear my right channel. Please take away all the anger, aggression, and ego from me. Please remove all the futuristic thoughts from me and remove all my overthinking, which makes me worry all the time. I want to meditate. Please help me to be in the present. It's your mother. You can request her, and she will listen to you. And again, just check your right hand. See what are you feeling. Now we'll bring both our hands to our heart chakra level. So both the arms, palms open. It's like creating a balance. And here we will pray to our Mother Kundalini. Please help me to be in the present moment. Please give me meditation. Mother Kundalini, please help me to be in the thoughtless awareness. Now gently put both your hands in your lap, and we'll take our right hand and put it on our heart. Again, today we are focusing on our spirit today, so we'll just meditate on that. So place your hand gently on the left side of your heart, where during the self-realization process we said, I'm a pure spirit. That's what we are. When we were born with the pure spirit. And over the period of time, it gets clouded by our conditionings, our surroundings. But as we go through the self-realization process, those clouds start to disappear and our real spirit starts to shine again. Our true self starts to shine again. There was a great saint born long time ago, and Sant Gyaneshwara in India, and he talked about the spirit. So I would request you to keep your eyes closed and right hand on your heart while I say this prayer, and see how you feel after that. Neither mind nor intellect, ego nor thought, nor the ears, nor the tongue, nor the nose, nor the eyes, neither earth, nor fire, nor wind. Eternal bliss and awareness am I. I'm the spirit. Nor the energy of life, nor the 5 vital breaths, nor the body's 7 elements, nor the body's 5 sheaths, neither organs of cleansing, nor speech, hands, nor feet. Eternal bliss and awareness am I. I'm the spirit. Neither loathing, nor liking, attachment, nor greed. Nothing of pride or jealousy, neither duty, nor riches, desire, nor release. Eternal bliss and awareness am I. I'm the spirit. Neither virtue nor vice, pleasure nor pain. Holy place, mantra, Vedas or nor Havan. nor the eater, nor food, nor enjoyment of eating. Eternal bliss and awareness am I. I am the Spirit. Neither fear of death, nor distinction of caste, no father, no mother, no birth have I, nor disciple, nor guru, nor brother, nor friend. Eternal bliss and awareness am I. I am the Spirit. I am without doubt. I exist without form. All pervading am I. I give life to the senses, eternal, unchanging, neither free nor attached. Eternal bliss and awareness am I. I am the Spirit. Just say that in your heart a few times. I'm a pure spirit. You can bring our hand down and keep the attention there on your spirit. Now we'll say, take our right hand on our sixth chakra, which is the Agya chakra, on our forehead. We'll just say a couple of times once again. It is one of the important chakras which gets blocked quickly. So we'll say, I forgive, I forgive. So any thoughts you are getting right now, just forgive them. If you're feeling warm, just forgive that too. So you go, I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. And put the right hand on top of the head. Our heart and the seventh chakra are connected. When our attention is on our spirit, we feel the peace on our Sahasrara too. We feel the truth on our Sahasrara. Just take the attention there, press it a couple of times in a clockwise direction, bring the hand down, and we'll just meditate on that seventh chakra. Is there any thought coming? Just say, I forgive, I forgive. Now we can gently open our eyes and look at the flame in front of us. That's always soothing and helps us to be in thoughtlessness. See, the last, and for the last part, we'll just try something else. We've got a little song, so we can just go into a musical part of the meditation. And it's a concept, but listen through your Sahasrara. So this is someone, a practicing Sahaja Yoga meditator, singing this song, so that always gives it a lot more vibrations. And it's also about the spirit. Find it.
न श्रोत्रजीवे न चाघ्राणनेत्रे न चाव्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायो चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न चाप्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायो न वै सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशा न वा पाणिपादं न चोपस्तपायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहो मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभावः न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
That was nice, wasn't it? So let's finish our meditation now by raising our Kundalini and placing ourselves in Bandhan. So this is something new for you, or it could be something you've done before. So we'll go through the process for those of you who haven't done it before. So it's what we did doing our realization. This is the short form with our hands, so we're not thinking about it. So our left hand is our one of desire, rises up. The right hand winds around. And we'll do this 3 times and tie a knot up at the Sahasrara, expressing our desire to keep our attention up at the Sahasrara. Second time, so we have 3 channels, we'll do it 3 times. Second time, we'll tie 2 knots. Third time, for the third channel, 3 knots. 1, 2, 3. And now we have lots of lovely vibrations in our hands, and we're going to protect our subtle system with those vibrations. So the right hand of action starts on the left side, goes over our entire body and back for each chakra. So that's the first one, the second one, the Swadhisthana, third one, the Nabi, fourth is the heart, the one at the throat, the Agya, where we don't want to think anymore, and then the 7th one, the Sahasrara, where we want to be. And that's how you can do your meditation tomorrow at home as well. So literally, you raise your kundalini, put yourself in bandhan and just sit for a little while, touching your hand on the top of your head to keep your attention there. Take 5 minutes, and you can finish again by raising your kundalini and putting yourself in bandhan. So I hope you'll try that before we see you again next time. And thank you everyone for joining. And do join us again. There's also Wednesday night coming 10 p.m. from Perth for another session. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. And thank you, Kanak, for that lovely meditation. Thank you. Thank you, Gulshan.
Pleasure.
And if you have any questions, if you're on Zoom, feel free to put a comment in the chat. Otherwise, we'll just share a bit more music for you to meditate a bit more if you wish.
There might be 2 Shwetas, so if either of the Shwetas have a question, they will come to ask.
Yeah. Shweta and Shweta, any questions from you? Anyway, feel free to
like
put something.
Meditating, so
Yes, we'll share a little bit more music, and that might be nice. Some lovely music here somewhere.
चिदानेनाहं न चाश्रोत्रजीवे न चाघ्राणनेत्रे न चाव्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायो चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न चाप्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायो न वै सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशा न वाक्पाणिपादं न चोपस्थपायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहो मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभावः न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining.